Hello guys and welcome back to Haymanager with me today, and this is our first FM24 save in the FM24 beta. I'm so excited to bring this to you. This is going to be Life Without Jude. It's a Dortmund save for my FM24 game. I've seen all the other creators. They've used Manchester United, Newcastle, someone Chelsea. I think Work the Space has used Chelsea. I've gone outside of England and I'm using a team pretty different, a very popular team, a team that I think are going to do very well this year. It's Borussia Dortmund. We're going to look at this new feature in Football Manager career mode. I've got all the logos added into the game, all of the player faces, the stadiums, so on and so forth. So we're going to be using that. We're going to choose the game mode, and for me, I want to try and see how life will have been without Jude Bellingham. So I'm going to explore a completely different reality. We're going to start 17th of July, your world, the real world, very interesting. It allows you to bring in some of the players that have already been on the transfer day that they're going to join. So, for example, Sabitzer, who joined pretty early on in the transfer window, he'll be in the squad early for your pre-season. But then later on in the transfer window, you get other players like Nico Schultz who'd leave, some things like that. Thorgan Hazard, he'd leave later on. Or you can go to the original FM, which is where all the transfers would be in right at the start of the game, nothing different. So, your world, we're going to start from scratch. We're going to go in there, see how we can spend that Jude Bellingham money, or what we've got left of it anyway, because we do know Dortmund try and operate on a bring in youngsters, sell them later on for a lot of money. So I don't think you'll see all of Jude Bellingham money straight up. I think you'll see a lot of it go into the club, put into the club a bit more, and then only a little bit left over. So we'll see how much we've got to work with. So here we have it. Borussia Dortmund hire Haymanager. We're in. Eyebrows have been raised as the appointment of an inexperienced 24-year-old. So let's see what we can do here. We are predicted to come second in the league itself. Reputation speaks for itself. Going into the Champions League, that'll be another thing to look at this season. I think it's going to be very interesting. We've got a pretty good side. I've got to be honest. Cobble, Ben Sabine, I think he's pretty good. Hummels and Sewell at the back. Hummels obviously getting on a little bit, 34 years of age, but very experienced. Oshkan in the number 6 with Emre Can and Reus in the midfield. He's now dropped into this advanced playmaker role, this centre midfielder, because he has obviously lost his step of pace, but he's still going at 34 years of age. Brandt on the left, Haller up front, and Marlon on the right. I think it's a bit of an interesting front three, but I'm going to see what I can do with this team, because it's going to be very good to see the youth sort of develop as we go along. We've got the likes of Makoko, Adeyemi, some of the stars from previous FMs. I want to see how I can get them integrated into the side, and yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see. There we go, we've been hired as managers. Get our timeline going. Here's the fans. We've got a lot of core fans at this club, not many casuals, not very many hardcore. We're going to sign up to the current vision, so we know the current vision is reached the knockout stage of the Champions League. I'll have to have a look at our group for that. I've not actually looked at that. Qualified for the Champions League again in the league. Challenge for the Pokal. Work towards developing the best youth system in the country. Players in the last years, we've got Marco Reus and Matt Hummels as their last year. I think they've signed on a deal for another year. Thorgan Hazard, he's now going to leave the club. I'm going to try and get rid of him. He's just not good enough, I don't think, and we've got better players in those positions to play. Thomas Meunier, another player. Do I keep him? Do I not? He just doesn't look too good for me. The main one is I want to see Reus lift a Bundesliga title. If you look at his milestones in his career, he's won the Pokal a few times, but has he ever won the German league? He hasn't really. He's not won anything. He finished second in the Bundesliga, second, third, second. Champions League runners up in 2013 even. These are the things that he's just missing out on, and I want to see him shine. I want to see him get something out of this club, and he is still looking very, very good. As long as he can keep his agility, keep his stamina and his balance going, I'll be playing him in an advanced playmaker position. Maybe not as deep. I'm going to look to try and play him a bit further forward. Even as an attacking midfielder support, he plays very well. He's got the long shots on him still, the passing range. He's got decent decisions, good composure. He's good at corners and crossing. See how that goes. So then, I'll join you back. We've asked for quite a few things, but we've also looked at the tactics and how we're going to set up this season. So I think I'm going to set up with a 4-2-3-1. I'm going to try it out, and we can operate in different ways with this. We can drop him a bit deeper if we need be. We can also play a bit more of a defensive role, so we can say deep line playmaker defend, ball in midfield to defend. But I want to try and operate pushing forward a little bit. I know Hummels isn't the fastest man in the world. We can make up for that with Schlotterbeck if we put him in Schuler if we have him in a cover role. But for now, I want to see how we can do, because I know Emre Can's in there. We've got very fast wing backs. We've got the likes of Ben Sahabaini, I think his name is. And then Ryerson also, if we want to play him at right wing back, I think he's a decent player to put into this position like so. But I want to try and bring in better talent, if you know what I mean. Someone who's going to be a little bit better than that. I'm trying to think whether or not we go for a 3 at the back. I don't really want to with Hummels in there. Schlotterbeck and Schüller would be fantastic to play as a 2 at the back. I know Schlotterbeck's going to come in. He's fantastic in that wide centre-back role. He looks really good. He looks fantastic. To be fair, actually, he looks very, very good. So him and Hummels probably rotate in and out with each other. I know Hummels is just too good not to put into that ball playing defender role because he's so good at passing, 16 vision. Next up, we've got Emre Can and Nemeka. I think it's Nemeka the way you pronounce it. He looks very good. 15 passing, 15 vision, 16 technique, 15 dribbling, 15 first touch with decent attacking positioning and mentals in the final third. Then you look at it physically, he looks pretty good. So even as a box-to-box midfielder, I think I'd be happy playing him there. If you look at this type of role, he'd be pretty decent there, but his position is lacking there and thereabouts. Marlon's on the right-hand side. He looks very, very good. 24 years of age, great pace. I'm playing him as an inside forward support because I know that he's got a good composure, decent flair. The passing's not brilliant, but I know he's good at dribbling and getting into the final third very well. Plus his pace and acceleration and agility is very good up there. Julian Brandt's in there. He's going to be playing as a advanced playmaker on the left-hand side. I don't think he's got the physicals, the pace, or the acceleration isn't too good, so I'm going to play him as an advanced playmaker. You can drift in from the left. He's good in the flair department, the first touch, the passing, and the technique. Just need him to advance from that, and then Reus as an attacking midfielder on attack because I want to try and get him forward. I want to try and get him scoring some goals because we know he can. Last year he only scored 6, but we know he can score goals. I want to see if we can develop him into maybe a shadow striker. Then Haller up front, very good target forward, great finishing, very physical. I want to see if we can use him this year as well because we know how many goals did he score last season despite the fact he was out with his cancer, I believe it was. 9 in 19 is pretty good, and then before that at Ajax 21 in 31. We know he's good enough. We know he's very good. If not, we'll have to try and move him on before he turns 30. And we know Cobble from the Tottenham save where we did the Glory Hunter last year. He looks sensational. He's going to be our main man. So good. He looks really, really good for us. Only 30 million we brought him in for. He's probably going to be one of the better goalkeepers in world football at this point. Reflexes, one-on-ones, his eccentricity is quite high, but his first touch isn't too bad. His passing, 13, not too bad either, but his positioning, his composure, agility, running off the line is not brilliant with 9 acceleration, but you can, it's a goalkeeper. What do you expect? So he's pretty good in the air as well. A good goalkeeper, a very good goalkeeper for us. On the bench, Schlotterbeck. Özcan is in there, 25 years of age, just a very good, well-rounded player. Doesn't really specialise in any area, so to speak. Decent passing, but not very good vision. So if you look at that, marking's not great and tackling's not brilliant. His position's not. He's just decent. So we'll look at that. Giovanni Reina, a 20-year-old from America. He is going to be one of them that I'm going to try and develop into a better player. But last year, he managed to score 7 goals in 22 appearances. I want to try and get the best out of him as I can. That advanced playmaker support would be a fantastic role for him. Then we've got Adeyemi. Now then, we're going to have a serious discussion about this man. He looks very fast, like he's incredibly fast, and he's probably very good inside forward attack role from the left. Playing him up front, you're looking at maybe a pressing forward, even an advanced playmaker into this position, but his decisions and just overall him playing in this position would not be very good. Composure and decisions aren't up there at all. Then Moukoko. This man is who we're going to focus on. 18 years of age. He's just sensational as a striker. 15 finishing, 15 first touch, 15 off the ball, decent composure, 15 pace, 15 agility, 15 acceleration. He's going to be one for the future. He's going to be fantastic for us. Down here, Mathieu Mori. We're going to get rid of him. As a right back, I don't need an inverted wing right back. He's not got fantastic stats whatsoever. Decent first touch, but as a defender, nothing much. Thorgan Hazard, I need to try and get as much money out from him as I can because the transfer budget's not looking fantastic. Looking pretty bleak at the moment. He's going to leave the club as well, just not cutting the mustard. Marius Wolf, here or there. I think I'm going to get rid of him because his technicals just not very good at all. Mental's pretty good, and his physicals are declining. He's not an amazing out-and-out wing-back support. Nico Schultz, really disappointing how much of a fall-off he's had. He's not turned out to be as good as everyone seemed. Papadopoulos, he just doesn't seem that good. I'll be honest with you, he doesn't seem that good either. So have a look at getting rid of him as well. That's pretty much it. We're going to have to look at a few transfers to bring in. I'll join you for the first game of the episode next time round. But yeah, as for now, not looking fantastic. The coaching staff and the scouts need a bit of a look at. I'm going to try and bring in as much staff as I can, really bolster the side. The transfer budget, I can get it up to around about 38 million, but that would be with, if we go all the way down to there to 2.3, looking at no wage budget and 38 million. So it's here or there. I'm going to have a look what I can invest in, where I can try and scout players from. We know that there's going to be a lot of players, so none of the actual transfers would have been going ahead. So the likes of Almada, for example, he'll still be at Atlanta United, and he'll be a very nice player to bring in who can probably go into starting 11 straight away. So I'm going to see what I can bring in, see what's on the transfer market as we have a look. I'll show you what you can expect anyway. If we go on to this, where transfer status listed, who's been listed in the world. Let's have a look. So we've got Ousmane Dembele, who's on the wanted list. He's on the transfer list, sorry. He's contracted to Barcelona still, not gone to PSG. Nicolas Pepe, he's been listed by Arsenal. He wants to leave. Yannick Carrasco, for an example. Lots of players here. They've not all gone to Saudi Arabia yet. So this is something that we can try and jump on. Maybe an Ndombele would be an interesting player to bring in. Who knows? So yeah, that's everything. I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, please leave a like. And let me know if you're excited for this Dortmund save. We want to try and get Reus his first Premier League title. We'll see how it goes. So thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one. From me, Alex. Have a great day. And get ready for this FM24 beta save. It's going to be a good one. Ciao.